This man wants to buy an expensive suit as a New Year gift, but his wife sees the price and says, "Are you crazy? That's enough for 2 months of living." He still tries to argue because their daughter just bought costly shoes. However, his wife tells him to take it off, promising a cake as compensation. But this time, he refuses. No, Jack is tired of the boring life. Work, kids, dog, less than 6 hours of sleep. Every morning, the same routine. Kate sighs. "I can't believe it isn't a disappointment to you." Jack pours out his anger. "If not for you, I'd never give up my dream. I could be the richest man in the world." Kate is confused. "Who are you?" The gentle husband is gone. She snaps. "Then buy it. Use the kids' education fund." Jack rips off the suit in anger, finally accepts a piece of cake. On the way home, silence fills the car. Both are lost in thought. But in fact, Jack is not Kate's husband. 13 years ago, right after graduation, they broke up. Jack ignored Kate's plea and went to London for an internship. Years fly by. Jack becomes a top Wall Street manager. He lives in a luxury apartment with a city view. He wears custom suits. Every night, different women. Every day, a limited sports car. Now he prepares the biggest merger ever, over $130 billion. That will be his Christmas gift to himself. Career at its peak, Jack works late on Christmas Eve. He stares out the window, neon lights below, yet feels empty. So he decides not to drive, instead walks home. Snowflakes drift. He steps into a small shop, but a black man also walks in. The man waves a lottery ticket, excited. But the clerk sneers, "Fake! You changed the numbers with pencil. Get out!" The man gets furious, pulls a gun. Things are about to blow. Jack steps up, offers $200 to buy the ticket. He'll redeem it himself, making $38. The man, moved, agrees. Jack even advises, "Don't wave a gun in the street. It brings big trouble." The man feels his kindness, asks, "Need anything?" Jack says, "I lack nothing." But the man says something strange.
Jack.
Then leaves. Jack doesn't care, goes back to his apartment, lies down. But when he wakes up, shock. Kate, his first love, lies on him. He thinks it's a dream. Then, 2 kids and a dog jump on the bed, calling him dad. Jack is stunned. He rushes to dress, drives a van to New York. At his apartment, the guard stops him. Even neighbors don't know him. The guard warns, "Leave or I call the police." The neighbor adds, "If you need help, I can call a shelter." Jack is furious and confused. He tries his company, but security blocks him again. He claims he is the manager, but the nameplate shows another man, once his subordinate. Terrified, Jack runs out. Suddenly, a sports car almost hits him. It's his own car, but the driver is the black man from last night. Jack asks what's going on. The man replies, "You asked for this. You said you lack nothing. For saving me last night, we give you a special gift. Now you live another version of your life. When it ends, depends on your choice." He hands Jack a bike bell, then speeds away. Jack is left dumbfounded. He drives around but can't find home, so he stops to ask directions. To his surprise, the passerby is his friend. The friend takes him home. Photos on the wall prove they've known each other for years. From him, Jack learns the truth. Kate is his wife. They have 2 kids, a small house, a life everyone envies. Jack has no choice but to accept. He walks into home. Kate hugs him tightly, crying, "You disappeared for hours without a word. I was terrified. I called friends, even the police." Jack wants to explain. He shows the bike bell, but instead of the black man, his daughter comes. "I like it. Thanks, Dad." Kate stops arguing, tells him to change clothes. The friend's party is about to start. Jack opens the closet, frowns. Inside are only cheap clothes. Even his daughter sees it and runs away in shock. At the party, Jack feels out of place. Even though Alice, a woman in flashy dress, greets him, he has no interest. It's also at the party that he learns Kate is a pro bono lawyer. Finally, the party ends late at night. Back home, Kate tells him to walk the dog. He has no choice but to obey. When he returns, Kate is already asleep. Looking at the cheap pajamas she prepared, Jack sighs helplessly. Next morning, Jack reaches for her side of the bed. No one is there. He smiles, thinking he is back to his old life. But suddenly, the kids' crying drags him into reality. He looks for Kate, only to find her dancing wildly in the bathroom. Kate says, "Today it's your turn with the kids." Jack, who never cared for children, is overwhelmed. Even a diaper almost makes him throw up. Luckily, his daughter guides him, and he barely manages. Seeing his clumsy moves, she asks, "You're not really my dad, are you?" Jack admits, "I'm not. I'm just here for a while. Your dad will be back soon." The girl touches his face, pinches his nose, and says, "Actually, aliens look real. Don't abduct me and my brother," Jack promises. She smiles. Welcome to Earth. Under her guidance, Jack drops off his son at daycare. Then he sends his daughter to winter camp. Finally, he arrives at his job, his father-in-law's tire shop. At first, he thinks he is the boss, but when he sees the red numbers in the ledger, he panics. On the wall hangs a certificate, Best Tire Salesman 1988. Jack is confused. If he never went to London, why is life this poor? That night, he watches TV in bed. On screen is the $130 billion merger, but the credit goes to his former subordinate. Jack is upset.
Suddenly, Kate rushes in. "Kids are asleep. Our time now." Jack finally notices. Kate is still as radiant as in college, but now more mature, more alluring. She quickly dresses like her college self, ready to surprise him. But when she returns, Jack is asleep. She doesn't disturb him. She gently covers him with the quilt, kisses him, and lies down. But Jack isn't asleep. Looking at his loving wife, he feels for the first time he doesn't want to go back. Next day, they shop. Here comes the scene from the start. Jack wants a luxury suit. Kate sees the price, firmly refuses. Their first big fight breaks out. In the end, Jack accepts her cake compensation. On the way back, Jack apologizes, saying he doesn't know why his life here feels so useless. Kate explains, she was pregnant by accident, so they left New York. And because of him, the tire shop survived. Kate feels complete with family together, but Jack, frustrated, goes bowling. There, he meets Alice again. Thinking of her look at the party, Jack asks if something is going on between them. Alice admits, "That sexy dress was for you. The 6 snow tires at my house are useless. I did it just to get close." Jack is shocked. Turns out in this world, he has such charm. Alice invites him over that weekend. Jack is excited, tells his friend, but his friend scolds him, furious. "Kate is every man's dream here. She's amazing, and you don't cherish her?" Angry, the friend walks away. Jack finally realizes this is not a game. Back home, the cake he saved is gone. He turns, sees Kate eating it. She even says, "It's good." Jack tries to take it, but Kate refuses. They chase each other around for the cake. Finally, they fall by the stairs, smearing cake on each other's faces. Over just a small cake, Jack feels the sweetness of love. That day, he finds a CD named Jack Sings. He plays it. On screen, Kate's 22nd birthday, Jack sings for her. As he watches, his eyes turn wet. Turns out, in this world, their love is so real. Such true love never existed in his rich world. Just watching it makes him long for it. Jack feels again, maybe this life isn't so bad. The next day, it's Jack's turn with the kids. He warms milk, feeds the baby. But when he comes back sleepy, Kate is already holding a gift box. Excited, she urges him to open it. Inside is a fake version of the luxury suit Jack once wanted. Not real, but still looks good on him. Turns out Kate never forgets what Jack likes. Then Kate opens her arms, waiting for Jack's gift. It's their anniversary, but Jack doesn't know, so he has nothing prepared. Seeing her disappointment, his heart sinks. He realizes it's big. He decides to make it up. When he learns this Jack never took Kate to the city, he makes a plan. Now you're getting the hang of it. That night, Jack takes her to a fancy restaurant. She worries about the bill, but she can't hide her joy. Jack orders dishes like a pro, even an $800 wine. Kate stops him at once. Too expensive. So he changes to 2 glasses of house wine. Kate is happy, but not fully forgiving. Jack stands, asks her to dance. No dance floor, yet they twirl between tables. Everyone stares, envious. They shine like the brightest stars. After the dance, they chat over food. Jack admits his confusion. He no longer envies his old life, yet he can't say what's good or bad about this one. Kate shares her heart. "I once thought about life without you, but that means losing the most important thing, you and the kids." After dinner, they check into a warm hotel. They hold each other tight, full of love. Jack finally realizes how much beauty he once missed. After that, Jack starts to enjoy life. Even his daughter's off-key violin sounds sweet. He no longer complains about cheap clothes. Kate's goodbye kisses fill him with confidence. He goes to the tire shop full of energy. He doesn't want to go back anymore, but he still hopes to give his family a better life.
One day, chance comes. A big boss from the other world stops by with a flat tire. Jack rushes up, mentions the $120 billion merger. But if I handled it, it'd hit $130 billion. He even points out flaws in the company. Impressed, the boss hands him a card, asks him to deliver the car himself. Days later, Jack drives the car to the company. Handing over the keys, this feels like a comeback. During the interview, he uses his knowledge from the other world. He looks confident, yet humble. "I'll start from the bottom, as long as I get in." The boss is shocked. Such talent, such humility. He even gives Jack a luxury apartment. That night, Jack shows Kate the place. He proposes moving in, says the kids will get better schools. But instead of happy, Kate is upset. She blames him for deciding alone. "We moved for the kids. How can you change it?" Jack backs off. "Fine, I'll commute." But Kate shakes her head. 3 hours a day, even less time for family. Jack doesn't get it. Why not choose a life others envy? Kate replies, "They already do envy us." Her answer stuns Jack. Once again, he faces the choice from 13 years ago. Then he finds a ticket stub, London to New York. Turns out this Jack came back the very next day. Kate steps closer. "You came back. That was my best gift ever. I've thought it through. I love the country life, but if you really want your career, I'll give up everything. I'll take the kids and go with you." Kate's words leave Jack torn. He finally understands. Real life is not about envy, but about staying happy together. Next morning, Kate wakes to see Jack playing with the kids in the yard. He has chosen family. She smiles with relief. That night, Jack notices the salt in the shed running low. Suddenly, a bike bell rings behind him. He turns. It's only his daughter. He relaxes, yet a bad feeling lingers. At the store, a bag of salt costs $4.99. At checkout, he sees the black man again. It's time to go back, the man says, but Jack doesn't want to. Experiences are meant to end, the man replies. Jack has no answer. He hurries out. He must see his family again. He kisses his sleeping son, strokes his face. He kisses his daughter with love, whispering, "Take care, Annie." Going back to the mothership, he holds Kate close, asks her to remember him like this. She doesn't understand, but still promises, "I promise." Later, he walks the dog. Snow falls, just like that Christmas Eve. Jack knows it's coming. Back home, he sits by Kate's bed, watching her sleep. He stays awake all night. At last, sleep wins. When he wakes, the room is empty. No kids, no Kate, just him, alone. He drives to the country house. The bricks feel the same, but a stranger opens the door. Kate doesn't live there. On the way back, the company calls. The $120 billion deal is in trouble. Jack suggests a fix, even plans to fly out, but he is drained. That man of endless energy is gone. Finally, he finds Kate's address. She is moving. This Kate is also successful, unmarried, about to leave for Paris. Jack asks her for coffee. She hesitates, then declines. "Maybe when you come to Paris." She hands him a box of old things. Jack doesn't push. He understands. Sometimes letting go is the best choice. On the way to the airport for the deal, he changes his mind. He tells the driver to turn back. At home, he opens the box. Inside are things from 13 years ago. He makes a decision. No matter what happens, he must fight for her. He jumps in his car, races to the airport. This time, he won't miss it. He rushes through, finds Kate at security, about to board. He shouts her name. She comes closer, but thinks it's just a passing impulse. 13 years have passed, she says gently. She comforts him, then turns to go. Jack watches, heart sinking. Is this the end? At last, he takes the leap. He tells her the story of the parallel world, the crazy yet tender details. Maybe they remind her of the past. Maybe it is the life she once wanted. Maybe her single years come from that unfinished love. In the end, she doesn't board the plane. Snow falls. They smile at each other, and they choose to begin again.